Hi everyone, Stjepan here. Today I'm going to play two training games against an international master, Polish international master Mat Bobula, Mateusz Bobula. He's 2300, something more rated, and I have to thank Ravi, my subscriber, for getting us together. He contacted me via the comment section in the channel saying, would you like to play a master? I said yeah, and so we arranged the game. Mat Bobula has a Twitch channel and a YouTube channel, and he's also a chess coach. From what I've been able to read, he is a great chess coach, so look him up. I'm going to leave the links to his Twitch and his YouTube in the comments below. I've opened up a chess.com account yesterday so that I can play him, because since he's streaming this on Twitch, he needs me to play on chess.com. I'm not sure why. So yeah, I've been preparing for about an hour today, maybe 2 hours. I didn't have much more time. We are going to play two games, so one game I'm going to be white, the second I'm going to be black. And I hope I don't get crushed too horribly. I hope I manage to put up a fight. Obviously he's 500 points higher rated than I am, but I hope we are going to have interesting games. As I said, you can find his info in the description, and I hope he manages to grow his channels. I mean, it would be really nice. He seems like a great guy, obviously a very strong player. So yeah, I'm waiting for his challenge, and ads seem to be popping up here on Chess.com, so the thing might be a bit glitchy. I haven't set up the recording for Chess.com up until now, so I'm not sure where our ratings will be and where the time will be. I haven't been playing on Chess.com in a long time. So yeah, he plays d4 with the white pieces, and so I'm going to play the Semi-Slav, and against e4, which I play with the white pieces, he either plays the French or the Tarrasch. I've decided to go for my normal Tarrasch defense, Tarrasch variation against the French, and I'm going to play the fantasy variation against the Tarrasch. Yeah, so I hope we have nice games. I'm not sure if I can see his challenge here. He sent me a message saying, do you know how to accept challenges on chess.com? I said I will manage, but now I'm not really sure whether he should have challenged me yet. Can I challenge him? I don't know. Wait, let me just send him a message. Wait. Challenge. Okay. So yeah, I hope we get nice games in, and obviously I'm very happy that I get to train against somebody that strong. I like playing games against anybody, and obviously if I can manage to get a game against somebody that high rated, then I will probably learn much more. It's also great that he's streaming the game, so you can watch his commentary on his Twitch account, and I guess he will upload it to YouTube later on, and it's going to be very valuable for me as well, because I'm going to see what he was thinking when he tried to punish my mistakes. So it's going to be really instructive, I hope. At the end of the video, I'm going to run the engine analysis of both games, and I'm going to try to see where I went wrong, and then I'm going to study his video and try to improve on my play that way as well, and I hope we can get some more training games in later. I've only, as I said, opened the chess.com account yesterday, and I prefer Lichess because there is no ads to start with. This thing just keeps refreshing, so I'm not going to be playing here a lot, only perhaps when somebody wants to stream on Twitch, so they need to play on chess.com. By the way, does anybody know why you can't stream on Twitch if you play on Lichess? I'm not familiar with that. He's still not challenging me. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure what's wrong. So basically I had a couple of hours to prepare, and I think we will enter the Semi-Slav when he plays d4 on move 1, and I saw what he plays, and I think we are going to enter the normal Meran with e3, and I think he is going to play bishop d3 and enter the variations with d takes c, d takes c4, bishop takes c4, b5, bishop d3, and we are going to enter the standard Meran, so he will probably have much more experience in those lines. I hope he doesn't play the Reynolds attack. The Reynolds attack is d4, d5, I'm sorry. I hope... okay, here's the challenge. Accept. And it's unrated. So okay, here you can see our ratings, I guess. Okay, yeah, I'll put the camera here. Should I put the camera here? I'm not sure. Okay, never mind. Where are our times? Wait, okay, so e4. You can't see our times because they are below the board, so I messed this up a bit. Wait, I'm going to try to readjust this. Wait, just give me a second. I'm not sure if I can manage this now. Wait, close. I'm sorry about this, but okay, this is the top one, the bottom one. Okay, I guess it was important that you can see the times. Okay, I'm sorry about this. I've never done a game using chess.com, so I hope this will work. Sorry for the inconvenience, and I'm also going to try to talk less and think more during these games and play faster, because in the last training game, which I didn't manage to record before because my phone rang 5 times, I actually lost and I got in time trouble. So I'm going to try to talk less, think better, and play faster. Tarrasch, I'm expecting c5. The arrows don't work like on chess, so I won't be doing any arrows this video. I'm expecting c5, e takes d5, e takes d5, knight to f3. Try dark mode? What is dark mode? I have no idea. Okay, I'm hoping the camera is fine and the board. Perhaps he won't play c5. I don't like playing against c5. I prefer knight f6 and then I get to play e5 and knight to d7, bishop to d3 and normal knight f3 setups, or perhaps I can even get in f4. I'm not sure what he's thinking about for that long. Okay, so I thought he would play this. He usually plays this against the Tarrasch. I saw a bunch of his games. I wish I had prepared more. So I'm going to play. There are 2 lines which I could play after he recaptures. If he takes with, yeah, okay, so I can either play knight g to f3 or I can play bishop check. I'm going to play knight f3. I find these lines more comfortable. And then I want to, after he plays knight c6, I'm going to play bishop b5, then he's going to play bishop d6, I'm going to take on c5, bishop c5, and I'm going to castle. So basically I want to capture on c5 when he plays bishop d6, so that I can sort of gain a tempo, because if I take on c5 now, then he just recaptures with the bishop without moving it before. So it's usually useful to wait for that. Okay, this is the second most popular move. I think I'm going to play bishop check anyway, so that I can castle faster. And knight c6 castles, bishop d6 I think still applies. And in many positions here, if he plays bishop g4, I have to retreat back to e2. Okay. Takes, I guess knight takes. I'll just try to play faster. In many positions here, black is going... Okay, so he moved the bishop, so now this would make sense. But I fear he's going to take with the knight. Basically, black is going to be playing with an isolated queen's pawn here, and I want to blockade it, so knight b3 is a move coming into d4, and I want to get as many pieces as possible, controlling this square. What am I having? Connection issues? I don't know. I think I should just take. And if he captures with the bishop, knight b3 is a tempo on the bishop. If he captures with the knight, then I'm going to offer a trade of knights on b3, recapture with the a pawn, and play c3 to control d4. I'm not sure if I should be afraid of knight e4. I think I shouldn't. I just want to get my knight into d4, play c3, and play against the isolated pawn. So yeah, I think this is the first time I'm playing an international master in a training game. I've played one in a tournament game, and it was also a Tarrasch French, and on move 3 he played h6 and crushed me. So I don't have great experiences against international masters, but obviously it's an honor to play them. I mean, it's great to be able to play somebody stronger. Okay, knight e4 was played. Okay, so I guess he would like to play bishop c5 and put pressure on f2. Knight d4 still seems like a logical move. Knight d4, bishop c5, c3, queen b6. Yeah, I'm going to play knight to d4 because I want to blockade the pawn and I want to safeguard this diagonal, and I want to defend my c2 pawn when rook to c8 comes, which is inevitable. So we agreed to play 15 minutes plus 5 seconds. I didn't mention that. He's streaming on Twitch, so he wants to have a faster time control. I would have preferred to play like a tournament game or something, just a 90 minutes game against him if I can, but I understand him. I don't know this move. I actually don't know this pattern with queen to c8. If I play c3, he's going to castle because otherwise he's faced with queen a4 check. But I think I should play c3 anyway, just to make sure I can move my pieces around. I'm not sure where I should develop my bishop. Perhaps I should have played bishop f4, but after bishop f4, knight h5 seems like an option. Yeah, castles. But then again, where do I put my bishop? I want to play rook e1, that seems like a logical move, but then knight here. Knight g4. I think I should stop knight g4, and then I should play h3, bishop f4, and then if knight h5 I can retreat. I think I want to stop knight knight to g4 in any case. Now I want to play bishop f4, and I think he should play bishop d6 here to stop that, because his bishop isn't really doing much on e7 anyway. And I'm happy with my position. I mean, I'm playing against the isolated pawn. Yeah, bishop d6. But the problem was, if I played bishop f4 the last move, then knight h5. Rook e1. Okay, normal development. I shouldn't waste time. Queen b3 might be a move. Queen c2 is a move. I'm still struggling with my bishop. Perhaps knight to g5 is a move, challenging one of the knights, and I'm up on time at least. I think I want to play a4 just to stop his expansion, and then I have a square on b5. I won't give this too much thought. Now I always have the option of knight b5, which is great, because I get to remove his bishop. I might even set up my knights on b5 and on d4, just to restrict this bishop a bit. Knight b5, bishop b8 I'm expecting, and then queen to c7, but he can't play queen to c7. Where's this rook going? I think he wants to transfer the rook to the king side, but I'm not sure how he plans to do that. I'm going to play knight b5. If I can get rid of that bishop, then I'll be very happy. And I think now that I stopped knight to g4, I want to play bishop e3, bishop to d4. Then all of my pieces will be very active. Yeah, okay, this I was expecting. Let's play fast. I don't want to get into time trouble against him. Okay, so bishop here. Now I'm controlling the diagonal. If he moves the knight, I take the pawn. He might play knight d6 now. But then I probably will play knight to d4. I really want to stop queen to c7. I don't want to get in trouble on this diagonal. I still have a positional advantage because he has the isolated pawn. And I think my game is okay. I have to say the opening went better than I expected. I hate playing against the French defense, and especially since I played the Tarrasch, I hate facing c5, because I think this line, despite resulting in isolating d pawn for black, gives black a lot of activity. And I'm happy that I managed to restrict his bishop. His bishop doesn't have a7, c7, d6, e5, f4, or g3, or h2. So, okay. When you have an isolated pawn, you want to dissolve it, obviously. I'm thinking about bishop d4, but then knight d6, then I can take on f6. So I'm going to play bishop d4. This gives my rook more scope, it blocks the pawn, and I want to keep control over the position. Now I also have knight to e5, which might come in handy. Knight e5, and if he takes, then I can march my queen somewhere in the position. I did sort of leave my b5 knight hanging there on the queen side without a huge purpose apart from restricting the bishop. But I'm happy because of all of my pieces, all of my minor pieces are active, and even though he has a strong knight on e4, I think I'm okay. In fact, knight e5 f3 might be a plan, just to get his knights away from my position, away from e4. He can always play rook e6, but... Whoa. He can always play rook e6, but I'm not sure about that move. Because then I can take on f6 with the bishop. And if knight takes... Yeah, I don't want to exchange, really. If I can get his knight out of e4, then rook to e7 would be a great maneuver. Queen b3 is still a move. I think I want to double up my rooks on the e file, or just play queen to b3 and rook a to d1. And I'm almost 5 minutes up on the clock, so I'm very happy. Okay, he's not threatening the f2 pawn because my d4 bishop is defending that. But still, I feel like rook to e2 is a move. If he plays knight h5, then I think I have g4. I think I have g4. Is rook e2 too passive? Because I'm afraid to play queen to c2. Because in many variations, if he moves the knight, the queens are looking at each other. Rook e2, queen c2, rook a to e1 is my plan. Rook e2, knight g4 doesn't work. Maybe he can play g5. If he plays g5, then I always have... Yeah, I'm not sure what I have. After rook e2, I can even play knight to d2. I shouldn't be wasting time on a move like this. I mean, queen f5 looks aggressive, but I'm not sure it does that much. I think I'm just going to play rook to e2. Try to play as solid as possible, just defending the f2 weakness. And then play queen to c2, knight h4 maybe, knight d2 maybe. Yeah, knight f5, knight h5. I thought I could play g4 here. Yeah, but apparently I can't play g4 because I played rook to e2. I can be an idiot sometimes. Maybe I should just play bishop e3, trying to defend f5. Rook to e2 was a stupid move. If I play g4 now, queen takes f3, pawn takes h5. Maybe bishop e3, knight from f3 to d4. I have to stop knight f5. Even if I have to give up my bishop, that knight is too strong. Now at least knight d4 gains the tempo on the queen. And I think I will get my b knight into d4, just to get it back into play, back to the defense. If knight f5, I'm just going to take it. If knight f4, I'm sorry, I keep giving the wrong notation. Okay. He is now threatening to take the knight. So queen f3 is a threat now. So I'm going to defend my knight and attack the queen. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Rook to e2 was such a stupid move. I undefended my whole position, and now you can see the purpose of his rook a6 maneuver. Ah, could I have played last move instead of knight b to d4? Could I have played knight to h4? No. He would have had queen here threatening checkmate. Yeah. Okay, so I did hang something. Bollocks. I think I have to play queen to f1 now. And then he has knight g3. Queen f1, knight g3, f takes g3, knight takes g3. Threatening my queen, threatening my rook. And a check on h1. Yeah, I think this is hopeless. Yeah, I'm going to resign. This is just a bad game. I'll send him a rematch. One mistake made all the difference. Wow. Okay. Accept. Okay. Whoa, what's this? Why did I get all of these things? I have a lot of flags and stuff. Okay. So apparently we are playing what I expected we are going to be playing. The Semi-Slav. I'm sorry about the first game. Rook to e2 was just a bad move. Rook to e2 was a blunder which cost me the game. It allowed knight h5 and just... Okay, let's concentrate on the second game. When you lose, you need to stay calm for the second game. I'm expecting knight f3, just a normal Semi-Slav. Now I'm expecting bishop d3, the Meran. Yeah, okay, so we are going to play the Meran. I'm going to play a6 and he's going to play e4. I'm going to play c5, e4, c5, and then I hope he doesn't go for the Reynolds attack. As I said, he has to play e4 because castles is met by c5 and I'm one tempo up in the center. Okay, stop thinking about rook e2. I'm not sure if white has any other moves here but e4. Everything else is too slow, I think. Yeah. c5, so now he can either play d5 or e5. If he plays d5, that's the Reynolds attack, and I'm going to play either queen c7 or c4, I'm not sure yet. Okay, but we are entering the main line Meran, the old line. So now I should take here, he should take on b5, then takes, he takes here. Okay, so he should now take with the knight on b5, I should recapture, he should take here, I should take with the pawn. Yeah, this is a very aggressive variation. Okay, this is going to be fun. Now we are going to come to a crossroads where Vishy Anand play bishop b7 and that won him the world championship. Taking with the knight or with the queen is a mistake. Now he shouldn't take either pawn. If he takes pawn, bishop takes b5, then queen a5 check wins the bishop. If he takes with the knight, I get a lot of initiative with bishop b7 on the log diagonal. He should castle, castles is the main move here, and then I should play queen to b6, and he should play queen e2, and then I can decide whether I want to defend my pawn with b4 or play bishop b7 like Vishy Anand. I don't like this variation, but it's still better than the Reynolds attack, and basically black is most probably going to be a pawn up for a while, for at least 5 moves, but as you can see, white has a much better structure and things could get quite bad here for black if black isn't careful, so I'm not sure I'm comfortable playing this variation against a much stronger opponent. Yeah, okay, queen b6. I'm going to play fast because I know the theory. The move is queen to e2 now, which, yeah, he knows, and I'm going to play b4 going for the main line. I don't want to play bishop b7 because that loses a pawn. Now he can either play rook to d1 or bishop f4. If bishop f4 I can't play e5 because he can take with the knight and I'm in trouble. I'm expecting rook d1 and then I should play bishop c5. I need to defend the pawn here. Rook d1, bishop c5, bishop f4, bishop b7 is I think the main line. I'm looking forward to starting the d4 series because after the King's Indian I'm going to be going over the Semi-Slav, which is my favorite opening against d4. So this is my Karo Khan in d4. I like it and I think this is the opening I know best. So he went for bishop f4 immediately. So e5 is out of the question. Bishop b7 is a move. Bishop c5 is a move. I'm not sure what I should play here. He sent me a message, should we play 2 or 4 games? 2, I'm sorry, I just have to write the message. I don't have more time. Okay, sorry about that, I just wanted to reply. Okay, bishop b7 or bishop c5? I think bishop c5 is the move here. The problem is that my king is going to be stuck in the center, unfortunately for the rest of the game, but that's the way this variation goes. This is the Blumenfeld variation, as stated above the moves. I think he should play rook to d1 still, and I think he should play rook f to d1 because his a rook belongs to the c file. Oh yeah, I forgot about this move. Okay, bishop b7. And then I think he should play rook d1, bishop e4. The Semi-Slav is one of the openings which has a reputation of being like less aggressive than the King's Indian, and I don't know, not as exciting as the Benoni or something else, but the Semi-Slav is a very aggressive opening, and as black you most often enter positions like these, and the Botivnik, the Moscow, the anti-Moscow, the Blumenfeld variation, the Reynolds attack, all of them are completely crazy, and I think I'm going to be covering the Semi-Slav in 15 videos, no less, and it's a huge opening and a great weapon for black to have in his repertoire. Sorry for not explaining the moves in the video, and I'm going to do that in the series about the opening, but I wanted to play fast, and explaining would have taken too much time, I think. Okay, rook d1, that's what I expected. What do I do now? What do I do now? I think rook to d8 is a move. I'm not sure though. I don't know the theory anymore. This is now move 17, I'm sort of out of theory. I think king to e7 is a move. I want to connect my rooks and bring one rook to d8. The problem is that white often plays a5 in this, a4 in this variation, and I have to take en passant, so I would like to keep my rook on the a file. And I think bishop e4 is coming. I'm wondering if I play king to e7, does he have anything with bishop h4? I think I'm going to play king e7, just connecting my rooks. Because since my king is stuck in the center, I don't really have a better plan for it. And I want to play h5, bishop takes knight, queen takes knight, h4. That's my plan. And get my a rook to the g file and open things up and try to win. Yeah, bishop e4. I think usually what you play here is bishop a6 and then rook to d8. So I'm just going to play that, because that's a theoretical maneuver. So bishop a6, rook d8, declining the exchange. But I'm not sure if it works in this exact position. He can't take the exchange, the queen is hanging. There might be something else, I'm not sure. Because bishop e4, bishop a6 is a way for white to win back his pawn, to take back on d4, because now he has a knight and the rook looking at d4. So rook d8 is sort of preparing for that, and if white doesn't do anything immediately, then black is going to recapture. So I think he needs to get his queen to d2 perhaps, to be able to recapture on d5. I still think that e5 on d4. I still think that e5 is a mistake here. Okay, yeah, queen d2, and I think that e5 still can't be played. I think I should just give up the pawn. I mean, obviously I have to save my rook now, but so he takes with the knight. And then I take with the bishop, and at least I get to trade the queens off, but I think white has a better endgame. And the thing is that white has these two pawns, 2-to-1 pawn majority on the queen side, which often results in a passed pawn, and it's almost inevitable, so any endgame should be better for white in this variation. But this is one of the main lines in the Meran, and it's the best way for black to play. The engines think that black is equal, sometimes even slightly better. I'm not sure about this position, but after queen b6 and queen to e2 b4, black is fine. Black is equal. I think he should just take with the knight now, and then we exchange the queens, and I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to exchange the queens against me because I'm much weaker. I'm just wondering about if knight takes d4, can I play knight somewhere and win a piece? Perhaps I can. Like knight f8. I think I might have managed to keep my pawn somehow. Okay, so knight d4, knight f8. I have 3 attackers on the knight. He has a check on f5, pawn takes f5, bishop takes f5. Yeah, my king is sort of stuck. I'm not sure. I have no idea whether he can take or not, but I think he can't take. and somehow we played two variations which I prepared, so I'm happy. So preparing against your opponents is important, even though it's a training game. I looked him up, I went over 30 or 40 of his games, saw what he plays, and we managed to enter exactly what I was expecting. And so far both openings went well. In the French Tarrasch I messed up with rook to e2. Here I think I'm fine. And I'm up on time once again. Maybe he is explaining all the moves. I'm very anxious to see his stream and whether there was what his thinking was when I played rook to e2 in the last game. And also here, is he considering taking the d4 pawn? Once again, I left Matt's Twitch and YouTube in the description below. Check them out. He seems like a very nice guy and a great teacher, and I've read some of the reviews of his students. He seems great. Okay, so he didn't take the pawn. Maybe I can play e5 now, just save my pawn. Always in these lines where black plays e5, white is taking on e5 with the knight, but I'm not sure it works here. I don't know if it's necessary to play e5. Do I have any better moves? Maybe bishop to b7. I think I want to play e5, just block this bishop out of the game. Now his bishop, if I didn't blunder anything, the g3 bishop is now a bad piece, definitely. And I can always play d3, open up this battery on the f2 pawn. And my light squared bishop on a6 is a great piece. And now I want to transfer my rook to c8, challenge the c file. I mean, I have a passed pawn, that's something. If I could get all of the pieces traded off magically off the board, then... yeah, okay. I knew I missed something. Pawns don't move backwards. That's the problem. Yeah, he's coming into f5. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Somebody is asking me to be a friend. Can I accept this and not? I don't know. I'll do this later. Maybe king f8. Maybe bishop b7. Bishop b7, knight f5 check, king f8. Bishop takes, queen takes. Yeah, he also wants to play f4. Yeah, okay, so I think I want to trade off as many pieces as possible. So bishop b7. Bishop b7, knight f5, check, king f8, f4. Maybe he plays f4 immediately. No, he can't. I'm going to take the bishop. Oh, he has a check. He has a check on h6. I missed that. Oh. He has queen h6 check. Queen h6, king e8. Knight check. Maybe it's not terminal this time, but I blundered once again. I need to consider my opponent's threats some more. Obviously, e5 was a stupid move, allowing knight f5. Queen g7, rook f8, I lose a pawn, but he can't take because I take the bishop. Surprisingly, everything is still sufficiently defended somehow. And I still have a passed pawn, and he still has a bad piece on g3. Yeah, in the Semi-Slav, black often gets a pawn, but white gets a lot of play for the pawn. As you can see here, the white king is safely castled on g1, and my king is ridiculous, marching around the board. Ah, okay, so okay, so I'm not blundering. If queen takes bishop, rook takes bishop, knight takes rook, then knight check is met by rook takes. So I'm not losing the queen, because he has this check forking my king and queen if I take. But for now I think I'm fine. So queen takes bishop, rook takes bishop, knight takes bishop, knight check, rook takes. So I think I can take. What am I missing? Knight check, rook takes. Yeah, so he outplayed me, definitely. So rook f8, knight d6 check, rook takes, queen takes. My knight is hanging, so knight to e6. I don't think I have any other moves. Knight d6, rook takes, queen takes. Yeah, my position has just crumbled. He's tough to play against. I think he should just take the exchange. Oh, I missed the checkmate. Did I miss a checkmate? Knight g7 check. King here. No, okay, I didn't. I have king d7 and I can run away. It's fine. I thought I missed knight g7 check. Okay, so he's on my rook. I think I have to play knight e6. I mean, I don't think I have any other moves. I'm getting crushed. I still have my queen on the diagonal, so if something happens, perhaps I can... Okay, rook d5, knight g7 check, king to d7. Rook d5, rook takes, d4 doesn't work. Rook d5, knight d6 check works. Rook d5, knight d6, yeah. Okay, so rook d5, knight d6, so I should defend the d6 square some more. Queen d5, okay, if I play queen d5, then knight g7 wins the queen because I have to play king here and... So okay, queen d5, knight g7 check, king d7, queen takes queen winning, so I can't do that. Rook d5, knight d6 check, rook takes d6, queen takes d6. Not good. Do I have anything better? If queen anywhere else, he can still play knight d6, or he can take with the bishop. This is a great tactical exercise. Everything is pinned and hanging. I'm thinking about rook g8. If rook g8, at least I'm stopping knight g7. Rook g8, bishop takes d8, king takes d8, knight takes d4. Oh, at least I'm threatening a checkmate, so... Rook g8, knight d6, rook d6... I'm going to play rook g8. I can't see a better move. He can't take with the bishop. Okay, now queen d5 actually works. Queen d5, knight g7, I take. Queen d5. How do I... Queen d5. Queen d5, what does he do after queen d5? He doesn't have knight d6, he doesn't have knight g7, he doesn't have bishop d8 because I take the queen. Okay, I'm going to play queen d5. He took the queen. He took the queen. I'm losing the exchange, but still, I'm not getting checkmated. What do I do now? I have to force a trade, definitely. Okay, I'm happy I survived the attack. Perhaps I didn't defend well, but I managed to defend. And it was very stressful. Luckily, I had enough time because I knew the theory in the opening, so if you've seen my video on time management, if you know theory, then you're going to have more time in the middle game. Okay, so knight, yeah, knight there. Should I just defend one pawn? How do I defend anything? I can't really see. Okay, so if he takes with the knight, then I have rook to d5, so he can't take. He can't take the pawn. Yeah, now he can take because after knight takes, rook d5, knight there defends the rook. I don't know, I mean this ending is lost for black, obviously, but... I'm looking at knight g5, coming into f3, but that doesn't really do much. King d7, he takes. King d7, knight d4, rook d5, knight f3. Oh, but we have... I'm looking at one variation, so king d7 or rook attacking the knight. Knight takes, rook here, knight f3. Do I have knight g5? I'm looking at knight g5. So I'm going to play that. I'm going to at least try to steal some time from him. So knight takes pawn, yeah, rook d6, knight f3, knight g5. No, I'm a moron because... Oh, okay, nah. I don't know. Yeah, my plan didn't really work. Yeah, this is a lost rook and pawn endgame, but let's at least let him teach me a lesson. I can't go into e4 because rook e2. I will fight until the bitter end. So let's see what happens. I can't move anything. Ah, come on. Ah, my position is just disgusting, and this thing goes when you get under 1 minute. That's frustrating. I'm just going to resign. This is embarrassing. Okay. Sorry about the bad games. Let me say thank you. I hope we can play again. Okay. Okay, let's see. How do I... Okay, view analysis. Something is happening. Okay, can you see the board? Okay. I'm going to try and move this around. I'm sorry about this framing. I just have no idea how to do it on chess.com. Deep. Upgrade. I don't want to upgrade. Quick. Why is this going so fast? Come on. Ah, stop. Okay, this I know. How do I turn on the engine? I don't know how to analyze games here. I'm pretty upset. I'm going to analyze the games later on because I'm very confused here. I'm going to import them to Lichess and just analyze there. Thanks once again to Matt for letting me play him. This board is going crazy. Once again, check out his Twitch and his YouTube in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked the games and that you got to learn something. Sorry that I lost so embarrassingly in both games, and I hope I do better against him next time. Thanks very much. Please let me know what you think, and stay tuned for more chess. See you later. Bye bye.